Welcome to the December 2021 Tarot and horoscopes for all of the signs. Hello everyone, welcome to Beyond Astro K and welcome to your December 2021 horoscope / tarot for all of the signs. December is going to be pretty life-changing for a lot of us. There's major themes that are happening. First, we have the big one, which is a solar eclipse, which is in Sagittarius. It's the last eclipse that's happening. And because, we are coming out of that axis of the Gemini Sagittarius. And we're not going to see this again. The Gemini Sagittarius until next 18 years. The other major themes that are happening is that we have Jupiter going into Pisces for an extended stay. Next year is going to be chopping and coming in and going out, going into Aries, but it's going to be officially, we had a taster already in May when Jupiter went into Pisces, only for a little bit. And, it was what we needed to see, good or bad. There was things that, there was about more compassion and spirituality. Also, as we all know, there was some shadow sides that came with it as well. So we're going to see more of this happening next year, but it's going into December. And we have another one. We have, Venus going retrograde as well in Capricorn. So that's going to be a bit of it can actually feel a bit of a tumble for a lot of us. But it's going to make us really evaluate and take care of responsibilities when it comes to our finances, our image, let's not forget, and also our relationships. So there's a lot coming towards that because Pluto is going to be involved. We're going to see more of that happening in January because January is very, very busy. And let's not forget, guys, we have the final story of the Saturn-Uranus square. And, I know that Taurus and Aquarius, you have been through it, especially you, Taurus. But this is like the end of the story, but still the story will be continuing next year because we'll see a lot more being played out next year. So that's like the major themes that is happening in December. So it's no wonder it's going to feel very life-changing for a lot of us. It's a time that, we're going to be saying goodbye to the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, but it's going to be continuing for the next 6 months. Some of the themes also in December is that things may come very quickly to a lot of us. It's great because Sagittarius season. So it's actually really great for manifestation. It's great to be doing higher learning. It's great to be planning for your future. But also, because of what the planet conversations are having, it's also showing us that we have to also try and be open-minded because it is mutable season. Mutable season is never easy for anyone who is very fixed, who is very, needs to know what exactly is going on. So it may take some of us a while to understand like the changes that are happening, especially on a worldly scale. Other energies is that just because things may seem set in stone in December doesn't mean that it's always going to stay. So if you have come into something really great, whether it's a new job, a new relationship, or, something that you've always wanted to come. And also it does depend because Sagittarius also rules, it's the 9th house, it's ruled by like the laws of karma. So if you have like good intentions in how you've gotten what you've gotten, good things can actually come to you as well. But if you've gotten something and it's not been the right way, then don't be surprised if something comes and it leaves your life very quickly. the mutable signs, mutable season, like I said, is never easy, but mutable can also be quite deceptive as well. And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and also which is shared by Pisces. So a lot of these energies are going to be lots of flowing energies, but also it's going to be like, I can't believe these things are happening to me, or why isn't this not happening to me? Some things can take a while to come as well. Some things can come extremely quickly. But it's about having fun, or trying to have fun, trying to do things, you know, do things that you know to be right. Because the ninth house is going to be playing out heavily. And with all the planet conversations, because they're having different conversations. Some are very slow, some are very fast, but the overall energy is of fire. So it's a learning time, a higher learning time. It's a time that, you know, whatever happens, we're going to learn from it. So all the mutable signs like Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Virgo, this is definitely, you're going to be feeling this the most. It's going to affect you. It's going to square you. So even if it does square you, as you mutable signs know, doesn't mean that things bad happen, just that you just have to work in another way. Try a bit harder, but work in another way. Know that changes are going to come. For the earth signs, this is more to do with your, you know, your health, your body, structure as well. So that could be a bit, no, not your earth signs. No, I say the earth signs, but I say the fixed signs. I was just thinking of the earth, but the fixed signs, you guys, you know, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus, is the time that you guys are going to be, you know, trying to figure things out, trying to restructure stuff in your life. But also, except for you, Leos are going to be having a lot of fun, or finding ways to definitely have fun. And, you know, even like with your Aquarius as well, this is about lots of communication that's going to be happening with, you know, in your neighborhood, in your siblings. For Taurus, this is going to be a time of really a life-changing time, actually. Really life-changing time. You're going to be, you can know the lunar eclipse is in your sign, so you're going to feel like huge effects happening. And also for you Scorpios as well, this is going to be you, you know, you're also in the spotlight too. This is about you and Taurus, is like finances, but you're going to be doing things in a different way because the gates are going to be open to you. When it comes to like the cardinal signs, also the cardinal signs can have, especially like Libra, you're going to be having some fun. Okay, lots of fun, friends, family, get-togethers. Even if you have any like little niggles which is happening, especially due to the eclipse, you know, you can sort of push that aside to really enjoy yourself. The same with Aries too. This is about actually your higher learning as well. So you're going to be, you know, you could be actually feeling a very much a positive state of mind. Cancer, you know, this is about your, you know, your daily routines. So this is actually really great time for a lot of the Cancers to be, you know, really being serious when it comes to like their routines and when it comes to like their health. Some of you may be really getting more like extremely healthy and, you know, just getting really strict with your routines. But also you want to, you know, not be too strict that it just gets boring. And for Capricorn, you know, this is about your, you know, you'll be also, because you're in the spotlight, because Venus is in your sign. You know, I feel that things may come a little bit easier to you because you're not going to be messing around now. You're going to be very diligent, very serious, and, you know, you're going to be shining as well. So any little niggles that happen for you, Capricorn, you're going to be on it. Trust and believe, even if it is behind the scenes as well, because the sun is in your 12th house. So there's a lot of things I believe a lot of Capricorns are doing behind the scenes. But on the whole, guys, all of the signs are going to be seeing life changes in December. December is going to be a month that we're going to be looking back on what happened for the past 11 months. We've already seen some changes already that's happened throughout the 11 months. Some have been really drastic in the beginning, and it's been quiet in the middle, but also lots of changes. And it's just like looking back and thinking, okay, you know, December, the Sagittarius season, is asking us to look back and think, okay, what have I learnt? What have I gained from this? You know, have I improved in any way? How's my body and health been? Because Sagittarius rules the body. How's my, you know, how have I taken care of myself? How have I, you know, have things changed in my life? That are the changes that are in my life? Are these the changes that I wanted, or were they forced on me? So it's about looking back and seeing how far you've come when it's December Sagittarius season, especially this Sagittarius season. I don't feel that a lot of us will forget this in a hurry. Even if some of the changes do not happen as fast, it's going to be continuing for the next 6 months. So we're going to start seeing a little bit of it happening, but more next month. But yes, this month definitely is good to be looking back and seeing how the world has definitely changed and how you've changed, what's changed in your life, in your surroundings, and how, you know, because there's a lot that's happened. There's a lot that's happened this year. And even me as a tarot slash astrologer, some of these things that, you know, sometimes we say things and it comes to par, but sometimes we say things and this is what we feel and it doesn't happen, you know. But some of these things that has happened, I don't think a lot of us really envisioned how far it would be. And also we're coming out of this axis of Gemini, which is about the media, and Sagittarius, which is about, you know, the truth. It's been a bit crazy, you know. So now we're going to a different time now, you know, and Sagittarius is asking us, you know, we're gonna have to try and enjoy this ride because it can be quite bumpy. So guys, that was a little December message. Now let's go on to the signs. Hello Aries, how are you? And welcome to your December 2021 tarot. So Aries, there's a lot going on for you. You know, a lot going on for you. I feel some of you are very much in a positive state of mind. You know, this is all about moving forward, but also you may have some niggles that are actually happening. But nevertheless, you're always about moving forward. The first card that you have, Aries, is from Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is asking you to, you know, have some structure in your life. This is all about your responsibilities, your duties. Capricorn rules your 10th house. And when the sun goes into because the sun's going to go into Capricorn in December, into your 10th house anyway. So, and it's all about your career. So that's one of the reasons why I feel a lot of you are definitely working towards something, wanting to move forward towards a goal. The goal is the main theme for you. But also, Capricorn is also asking you, Aries, that, you know, sometimes even when you work very hard, you miss a lot of important themes, like if from people, your friends or your family. So it's trying to make way, not just for your career, but also for your family as well, because they can help ground you. And sometimes when we are too grounded, Aries, we can miss out. You know, when we're too grounded, too earthy, we can miss out on something that we love. Okay, so, you know, take your career seriously, but not yourself too seriously. That's the main theme from Capricorn. So when it comes to like your cards and the month of December, the first card you have is from the Lovers. Now, the Lovers for you, Aries, is about, you know, union, is about partnerships as well. It's also be making a decision. So like in the first week of December, there's a huge decision I feel a lot of you are making. And, you know, we have this solar eclipse, which is in your 9th house. So, you know, I feel a lot of you are making like decisions that are concerning, like when it comes to your, you know, like your goals, your visions, your dreams, your aspirations. Some of you may even decide that you actually want to move. So you could be in two minds at the moment. And then also, there could be some conversations that you're having as well. Could be with a partner. It could be people in your family. You know, these conversations are, you know, they may feel quite lightheaded, but it's actually quite serious because this is about your future. And if you do have a family as well, you know, there may be a lot of to and froing that's going on. There can be some arguments as well because you may have decided something, and you know, your partner or you know, your wife or husband, you know, your children, or even like your partner may not be in that same wavelength. So you're trying to maintain some balance during the week, the first week of December. I feel like some of the themes that are going to be happening might be a bolt from the blue as well. There could be something quite quickly that comes into your life as well, and something that's going to be leaving your life. So you are trying to remain, you know, trying to have some balance, but also you have a lot going on in your mind in the first week. When we come to like the second week, you have the Seven of Wands. Now the Seven of Wands is a fire card. So I feel a lot of you are definitely you've made that, you know, there's decisions that are being made, but a lot of you are also, yeah, a lot of you are also, you know, you know, the Seven of Wands is about courage and determination in, you know, because there's things that may have not worked out in your life and now they are working out, but you still have to put more work in. I feel this might be to do with a relationship during the second week. There could be some stresses and strains because, you know, the main energy is of your, you know, the main energy is of your career anyway, your future goals and aspirations. So you may have to be putting more effort in when it comes to like your relationship. Second week feels very much a fiery time. In a way, it does feel like, you know, not necessarily you being selfish, but it's just like, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to pursue, and there's nothing else that can stand in your way. So communication is definitely key during the second week, because you don't want to have any stresses or strains, because things are working out for you now, Aries, and you know, you're very determined. This is a card of determination anyway, so anything that comes up, have that determination to really sort it out instead of just leaving it to the wayside. When it comes to your, like the third week, you have the Magician card, which is of great manifestation. Anything you put your mind to, it can come, as long as it's for the better good, as long as it's not harming you or harming anyone. So once you know, I feel like the second week, I feel like there may be a job, a new job, something new is going to come into your life now. And I feel that you've been waiting for this for a very long time. This also feels that it could have been from, you know, I'm thinking all the way back from the new moon, which was in your sign in, was it March, April? You wanted, I feel a lot of you Aries wanted, you know, your goals definitely changed. Definitely, and you've got Saturn in your 11th. So your goals have definitely changed. I feel a lot of you have also really, you know, wanted something very different, but you didn't know how to get it. You weren't around the right people. And now I feel that these people may come to you, and and I feel that there's a conversation that some of you may even have with someone of importance, and it changes everything. You know, it's like they're reading your mind, they're reading your thoughts, and it's just like, how comes I didn't know about this person? This person could be a Gemini, you know, they could be an Aquarius as well, it could be an air sign. But this person has a lot of ideas and it changes things for you. So the third week is definitely of a life-changing time for a lot of you Aries. You know, it's a major arcana card. This is a great manifestation card. So it's just like sometimes it's this energy of you don't have to say anything. They're just saying everything that you've always wanted. So this changes a lot of things for you Aries, and also this has happened because you've worked really hard. You know, especially Saturn coming from your Saturn in Capricorn coming from your 10th house. You've got Pluto in your 10th house. So there's lots of transformation happening for you. And now you're meeting the person that can actually help you at this time. When we come to like the fourth week, and we're going to Sagittarius, and we are going into the Sun in Capricorn. You have the Emperor, which is your card, but it is reversed. And even if it is reversed, it just means that, you know, you have to sort of take things slow. Don't rush into anything. It's about thinking before you act as well. There also could be some tension, I feel, with a lot of you Aries when it's concerning someone higher up, like a boss. This could also be tension within someone in your family. This could be a granddad or your dad, someone that is of authority. And that's on one hand, but on the other hand, it might be that people may be trying to, people could be clashing with you as well, Aries, because you may be trying to control a situation. Whenever the sun goes into your 10th house, this is shining a light on your status and your career. So, and how we can use this Aries is we're getting too big for our boots, or someone is trying to overthrow us. So the last week, it can go either way, but there's a definite change. It's more of a serious change for you. So, you know, even though it's reversed, it's about really thinking before you say something you regret, or if you're in positions of power, think about how you're acting so that, you know, it doesn't come back on you. Because Capricorn is the sign, it's ruled by Saturn, it's also a sign of karma as well. So it's like, it's a case of whatever you're doing the end of the month, Aries, it can impact you for the whole year. So really think, you know, take some breaths, go outside for your walk, you know, do some exercise, you know, go for a run, or, you know, do like some hot yoga, because it feels quite hot-headed during the last week. So Aries, that was your December 2021 reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Taurus, and this is your December 2021 reading. So Taurus, the energies for you, you know, you're coming off the lunar eclipse, which was in your sign. We are going into the North Node, which is going into your sign in January. But before that all happens, some of you could be feeling like you're in two worlds. There's an ending happening, there's also a beginning happening. So it's all about trying to connect to yourself. And the first card message you have, the main message, is from Venus, and you are actually ruled by Venus. So this could be people coming into your life who have got this Venus energy, like a Taurus or a Libra. This could also be you doing some self-care practices, taking things a bit slow, because this year your life has really changed, Taurus. So Venus wants you to, you know, take care, relax, and do something you actually love. You know, really make an effort with yourself. Make it not for someone else, but really for yourself. It's a time that a lot of you, I feel, are going to come into your own now, even if you don't feel it. I feel some of you Tauruses are going to be, there's a huge ending that's coming for a lot of you. And sometimes when endings come, Taurus, it comes very quickly. And some of you may be very happy about this, but some of you may be feeling quite nostalgic about it. And it's great to be doing like a cleanse, so like a nice Epsom salt bath, having a manicure or pedicure. You know, you're going to be the star of the show for the next 18 months. So this month is about preparing yourself to be that star. And you know, not thinking too much about, you know, what you could have done, what you should have changed, how hard you have to work. The month of December is about relaxation, tending to yourself. You're the Empress in the tarot card. So this month from Venus is about a wind down now. When we come to like your tarot card, the first card you have is from the Hangman, which is a Neptune card. Now, it's just going from what I said before, especially like the first week, we have like the solar eclipse, which is in, yes, we have the solar eclipse, which is in your 8th house. And this is going to be a time that a lot of you are going to be starting something new. But still, I feel a lot of you Taurus can definitely be in your head. There can be some procrastination that's going on. You feel that these changes are happening, but you're still in two minds. You're still thinking, okay, how can I sort this out? How can I sort that out? And the changes that are happening are around you, Taurus. So there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Okay, so nothing wrong with asking for help for a lot of you Taurus. And I feel a lot of you may need some help because there's lots of like stuff going on around you, and I feel that a lot of you are in the heart of it. So you could be pulled into two worlds, and you actually need some peace. You need some peace and quiet. You need to regroup. You need to ground. And I don't feel a lot of you are getting that. And you know, Tauruses, you have the, you know, one of the signs to actually be feared, because you guys have when it comes to tempers, your tempers really erupts. It builds for a very long time. It does erupt. But this time you guys may just, I don't know, burst out crying and, you know, just really feeling very emotional. Yeah, I feel a lot of you are feeling quite emotional because of the changes that are happening, the endings that are happening, the beginnings that are happening. I feel a lot of you need to know what's going next. The energy of I need to know what's going on next. And it's about trying to be open to the changes that are happening. So that's the first week. The first week might quite seem very like, oh my God, it might seem very dreamy. But, you know, whenever these things happen, Taurus, you know, the end game is the better game. When it comes to your second week, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And it's funny because you know, the Wheel of Fortune has all the fixed signs that are happening, but this card is actually reversed. The Wheel of Fortune is about, you know, things are, you know, changes that are coming, and whether you want them to come or not is a different story. But, you know, some of you Tauruses, I feel, are, you know, because it's reversed, you are resisting what's happening. It's more to do with stubbornness that's happening. You're resisting things that are like new things that are coming into your life because some of you actually want the old. You want what's familiar more than the old. You want what's actually familiar. So this can be causing a lot of you to feel, you know, from the Hangman, causing to feel a bit very emotional, a bit confused. It's time to open up those gates, Taurus, because you don't want to go in your sign when a North Node goes into your sign in January next month, and you're, you know, whole of confusion. You're going to be a new person. And also the changes that you guys may be resisting, also change of like thought, change of image, changing of your ways, on your general ways. And it's not easy. You know, we have the Saturn square Uranus, the third time that's happening, and this is going to be really shaking things up. So there's nothing wrong, especially in the second week, in hang on to some things that you're used to, but not all. When it comes to the third week, we have the Five of Swords. And this is about, you know, the Five of Wands, sorry, is about a battle. And it is to do with, it could be at work, it could be, you know, the economy, it could be with your friends or your family. It's about, you know, power, success. It's also to do with like recognition. I feel the third week, it is more to do with at work for a lot of you. There's a lot of changes happening at work. You are at the forefront of it. And I say you're at the forefront because you've got Saturn in your 10th house. I feel some of you are actually a boss. I'm talking like, not necessarily like a CEO. I'm talking about you're the most dependent one. So when you're a person that's depended on, that means you're the boss. So I feel some of you are the boss. And because of the changes that are really happening for a lot of you Tauruses, you know, this could be some of you leaving the position. This could be some of you changing a position. This could also be, you know, something changing that's happening, but you're at the forefront of it. And now that because of this, you've made a decision during the 3rd week. You know, I feel a lot of you have been thinking about this for a while anyway. And because the lunar eclipse is in your 1st house, which is about letting go, you've now come to a major decision, and it's actually turned everything upside down. So people around you could be trying to control themselves. You know, you yourself want something. You yourself know that you had to leave what you had to leave in order for you to gain peace. So I feel there's some arguments around you. For some of you, it could be actually directed at you. For some of you, it's just around, like people don't want to actually come to you and start an argument. But there feels like there's like a madness that's happening around you. And some of you Taurus could just be sitting there and thinking, okay. Well, some of you could be arguing back with people, you know, and it's all about control as well. It's all about control. So there's some controlling issues that's going on. So there's some arguments that are happening. But I feel people want to control you. That's one of the reasons why this is happening, Taurus. You know, and I feel the sooner you leave the environment, or the sooner you come to that decision, the better for you, because you don't want to be around this anymore. And yeah, and you can go to that Venus card, you know, of relaxation and rest. When we come to the last week, and also when we're going to the Sun, which is going into your 9th house of higher learning, we have the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords is about, you know, it's about, you know, changes that are happening, but it's about, you know, fast changes that are happening. And even though it is reverse, it's more like, you know, whatever you're feeling on the outside, because it's about things coming out. If the card was our way, we things coming out. You're going to be not really caring. You're just saying what you're saying. But because it's reversed, it's about inwards. So there could be some battles within you. And it doesn't really have to be. I feel, you know, December coming on to January, coming on to, you know, Capricorn season, there's a lot you've actually learnt. Okay. And this is about you making a decision and actually sticking to it, not doing things for the love of someone else, doing it for yourself. It's about you taking care of your mental health, taking care of yourself, thinking about what you would like to do. You know, when the North Node goes into January next month, this is going to be highlighting changes that you're going to have to make in yourself. You know, so, you know, it's about wrapping things up as well. I feel a lot of you Taurus are going to be wrapping a lot of important stuff up in order for you to move towards the future. But then you're going to have to be being honest. It's about you being honest. And obviously there's a way to do it. But be as honest as you can, because you don't want to leave no stone unturned. So, you know, it's not about controlling your feelings or emotions or communication. It's just about opening them up so that you don't have any stresses and strains within yourself. Okay. So Taurus, that's your December 2021 reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Gemini, this is your December tarot 2021, and what a month it is for you, Gemini. So Gemini, you know, we have the solar eclipse, which is definitely going to impact you. It's in your 7th house. So there's a lot that you guys are going to be learning from, releasing, but also something new is going to be brought in for you as well. So the first message that you have is from the fire element. So there's a lot of energy and fiery energy that's going on for you, a lot of you Geminis. For a lot of you are feeling this burst of like new beginning that's going to be happening, and you may not see if there's, you know, it's a case of you may not be wanting to see. You don't want nothing to slow you down. It's all about pushing, being determined, you know, starting something fresh, something new, a new burst of enthusiasm, a new burst of determination. Careful not to burn yourself out, Gemini, because there's a lot going on during this time. You know, the North Node has come out of your sign. You know, we're going to see the North Node going to your sign for the next 18 months. So some of you could be wrapping up a lot of things, but still your mind's not on like looking at the past, but looking towards the future. So you guys may decide that you're going to be continuing like this new regime, whether it's working out, your eating habits, but also your, you know, your goals, your dreams, your future. And you don't mind doing it by yourself, because you see where things can be if you put your mind to it. So you might be like that tornado, or that, you know, that firecracker. Even like how you speak could be really, really fast and fiery as well. You know, yeah, there feels like a lot of excitement. The main energies of you having fire and excitement, determination for the month of December. When we come to your cards, the first card you have is from the the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles, Gemini, as you know, is that, you know, is of determination and hard work. And even though you have this fiery energy of, you know, moving forward and, you know, no stone unturned, determination, happiness, inside, especially the first week, because we have the lunar eclipse, solar eclipse in your first house, and we're coming and we're still in that lunar eclipse, which is in your 12th house. So this, I feel that, you know, some of you may, I feel that, you know, whenever the solar eclipse, whenever the nodes go into your sign, or the solar eclipse goes into your sign, it feels like some of you have done really good work, you know, and so you're receiving the benefits from your good work. Some of you have worked really hard on yourself, you know. Then, you know, whenever the nodes come, it's like what happens like 18 years ago. You know, some of you may be very young then, so you probably didn't really realize it, but I feel like this time, when the nodes went into your sign last year, some of you decided that, okay, you know, this is my destiny to do something, whether it was in media, publishing, anything that you've always loved to do. I feel you guys really put your head down and, you know, really focused on what you needed to do in this life. And now you're starting to see a lot of benefits coming. You know, a lot of you kept your head down. You didn't really enter any like type of drama. And, you know, you're now seeing the benefits, and you're still working on yourself. You know, you're always going to be a work in progress. For some of you, I feel that you still need to work on yourself. Some of that energy of still needing to work on myself. You know, whenever you see these cards, it's like, you know, you've got these pentacles and you've got this man looking down. So for me, the looking down is of, okay, this is what I've got, but, you know, there's still something inside that I still need to work on. And because the lunar eclipse in Taurus is in your 12th house, this is giving you more introspective, in an introspective mode. So yeah, so it's about, you know, this card is also about dues being paid. So I think, like I said, a lot of you have paid your due, but some of you still need to pay off your dues. And it, you know, it's about being honest about how you've been acting, especially during like the North Node, your North Node return, how you've come across, all these things come into mind. So on one hand, it's work, hard work's paid off, but on the other hand, it's still work that needs to be, and it's also going to be highlighting because of the solar eclipse in your 7th house. When we come to like the second week, it's going to be it's the Four of Swords, which is about, you know, relaxation, calm. Some of you could be very much during the second week, because it's highlighting everything to do with like relationships and contracts, and also because of the fiery energy that's going to be happening for the month of you, for you. This is not giving a lot of you Geminis a lot of time to relax. You know, there feels like this huge excitement that I know that I got to do these things, but I'm just going to do this now. So when it does come time to like that downtime, you're not really relaxing, even though you think you are. You know, you could be watching the TV, having your hot cocoa, but you're reading, you're on the internet, you're actually doing something. So it's making your mind keep busy. I feel a lot of you need to be kept busy, because because of the first week, there's things that you guys need to work on. There's things that actually come up. This could be from your past as well. That's making you want to keep busy. Hence the reason why a lot of you are not resting. So try and relax on during the second week. The second week seems, the first week, if you think the first week is busy, I feel the second week is much more busier for you. And in order for you to attain to like your goals and dreams, the brain needs to relax, even if it does feel like you don't need it. When we come to the third week, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and this card is reversed. It is about craftsmanship. It is also about, it's about skills, applying skills, being diligent, being productive, developing your skills as well. And because this card is reversed, it means obviously that a lot of you may be cutting corners in some way. I keep going back to the first card for a lot of you, Gemini. And I feel the cutting corners is because there's work that needs to be done. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I feel a lot of you saw things during your North Node return. You weren't really, there's things that I also feel that this card also feels that there's things that are coming back from the past as well, that you really need to be honest with. It's about you being honest. Okay, it's about, I feel it's more about honesty and working with that. So if that means you talking to someone, this person could be a Virgo. They could have Mercury. This is a Mercury and Virgo card. They could be Mercury and Virgo. This is also great for you to be writing. I feel a lot of you could be writing a lot of what you actually want to say, whether it's to someone or to yourself, because there's one hand, half of, on one hand, the work is being done. On the other hand, there's like, okay, this has been done. That's it. I'm just going to move on now. When we are a work in progress, Gemini, it's continuous. It's not just 1 week, 1 day, and that's it. It's every day. And because the lunar eclipse is in your 12th house, this is about spirituality as well. It's also about the enemy within. It's hidden enemies, but the hidden enemy could be with us. So instead of trying to keep very busy busy with our work, with being with friends and that, when it comes to like the third week, it's about working on ourselves, being productive with ourselves, not cutting corners as well. And, the more you do, the more better it will get for you. So if you are decide to take up a meditation in any form, Gemini, it's start off slow, 5 minutes a day, lots of breathing, 5 minutes a day. After then build, even if it doesn't feel like it's working, it's gradual. When it comes to the third week and the final week and going into Capricorn season, this is going to be in your 8th house. So there's a lot of work that's been done during the, the 7th house transit. Going into your 8th house. 8th house is about, debts, loans, transformation. It's also about, sexual with the partner, things that you're hiding within yourself. You have the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is about, it's whenever you see this, it feels like the knife has gone through your heart. I feel it's more of a breakthrough for a lot of you guys. I feel it's more, not completely, I feel it's more like a little breakthrough, like it's a bit of a aha moment, because there could be things that, especially looking back on this year or even last year when the North Node went into your sign. I keep talking about the North Node a lot, but I feel it's important to talk about it because you Geminis are Some of you could actually be mourning on what's happened, how far you've come, or things that you've learned, or things that you haven't learned. You know, the sun's not, the no's not shining on you anymore. So a lot of you could be, you know, like an aha moment, like, okay, I'm acting like this because, and this could be from last year, it could be from your childhood, it could be from, you know, years ago. This could be a lot of you healing like a heartbreak from the past. And one of the things is, you guys, especially coming from the second week, you guys could have this realization of, one of the reasons why I like to keep busy is because I don't want to think about that. So I wouldn't be surprised, you know, don't be surprised if some of you Geminis do start shedding tears or just feeling very emotional. The 8th house is quite a dark house. It's a house also of deep psychological work as well. So this is about the mind. If you guys don't feel you want to talk to anyone, you know, write it down once again, or even, you know, it's about our shadow selves. It's about work on your shadow self as well. So yeah, and some of you could also be in, like, you know, and another thing I'm actually picking up is some of you could also be very much, you know, thinking about, definitely I feel a lot of you are thinking about relationships. There's a thing about, if you're in a relationship, it's actually really great to try and open up to your partner, because when the 8th house comes, it's about, you know, psychological work. But if you guys are dating or thinking of dating, this could, this I feel a lot of this is to do with like a partnership as well. It could be from 3 years. It could also be 3 people that were very important to you, but you guys may have, a relationship could have just, you know, broken up because of like life circumstances, or you probably weren't ready, or they weren't ready, or you probably just weren't ready, and you both just drifted off. But now it's, remember, December is a time of nostalgic, even though Sagittarius is a very nostalgic time. So you guys may even decide that, this person's on my mind now, you know, and it could be, you know, you could have actually broken your heart. You know, when the North Node goes into your sign as well, it is a time of like things happen from all 18 years ago. It actually starts flooding back. Especially when it leaves, it's more intensified. So the last week, it ends very emotional for a lot of you Geminis. Even if you do feel uncomfortable, allow the emotion to come in. So Gemini, that was your December 2021 reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Cancer, how are you? So welcome to your December 2021 astrology, and this month is going to feel very, very much like things are going to be coming together, okay? Because the first message you have is from the Neptune card. Now, even though things are feeling that they're coming together, there can be some deception that can go on as well. And the deception can only be is if you're not looking deeper within. Things can actually seem better than they actually are. Okay, and it could be good or bad. Like things may seem, oh, it's not going to work, and it actually does. Or, oh, it's going to work, after then it actually doesn't. So it's trying to remain spiritually and emotionally grounded. The Neptune card is a very sensitive card. I feel a lot of you are going to be doing much more creative work, spiritual creative work. This could be tarot, astrology, but also it's going to be with people as well. People that are aligning with yourselves. So, you know, it's a very dreamy month for a lot of you Capricorns. Very much a dreamy month. And December, you know, we have the sun going into Capricorn, which is in your 7th house. And, you know, there can also be this dreamy energy to that as well. So doing some spiritual work, it will just help you connect more to like your, you know, your sensitive psyche. But nevertheless, it's very much a dreamy time for you. When it comes to like the daily messages for the week and for the month of December, your first message you have is from the Hermit card. And the Hermit card is about going within, hearing the messages, you know, isolation as well, because, you know, life can get too busy. But because it's reversed, I feel some of you Cancers, because there is going to be, because a lot is coming for you, a lot is coming together now in terms of like job, work, relationships, friendships. You're going to be very, I feel that, and especially the first week, and it's also the solar eclipse, which is in your 6th house. I feel a lot of you are going to be very, you know, very excited about doing it all and not listening to the body, not listening to what is, you know, not listening to the body. I feel some of you, in especially the first week, can feel very, you know, overwhelmed, but happily overwhelmed, because, like I said, when things come to us and it feels like it's a long time coming, we want to do it all. We don't want to miss on any opportunities. So it's about slowing down, you know, especially the first with the Hermit card, slowing down, listening to yourself. You don't want to burn yourself out. You also want to get as much rest as you can as well. You know, you're ruled by the moon. And whenever there's a full moon, new moon, solar eclipse, it really does affect you out of all the signs. It affects all water signs, but it affects you the most because you're ruled by the moon. So listening to when your body says, calm down, relax, looking out or listening out if you can't really sleep as well. When it's coming up to the solar eclipse, sometimes we can find that we can't sleep as much, and you may be feeling that already anyway, because we just come from the lunar eclipse, which was, you know, in your 11th house. So this is about, you know, your friends and groups, something you're letting go of. So we're coming into a new moon. So listen to your body, of most importance. When we come to like the second week of December, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Now the 3 of Pentacles is about, you know, people coming together to build for the future, build for something tangible, longevity. This could be, you know, with people that you, people that have come into your life now. So I feel one of the main things for a lot of you Cancers is because you're, you know, whenever an eclipse comes, you feel it. Like I said, you feel it. I know I'm going saying the same thing, but you felt the energies even quicker than others. So I feel people are actually, you've found like your group, your core group, and now it's about you working to come together. And, you know, I feel the second week, there's a lot of discussions that's coming, a lot of discussions that's actually happening. And now, you know, you know, and I feel this is very creative. You know, I feel some of you have done a lot of these things during like the past year, but now things are being more out in the open. So there's feels like a lot of people are pulling you. There's a lot of like pull, like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. There's a lot of ideas that are being discussed, and now a lot of people from different places or even different groups, they actually want to work with you. So a lot of brainstorming happening, a lot of fast energy, a lot of fast, you know, a lot of fast conversations that are being had. And, you know, even though you're feeling, I feel a lot of you are feeling very excited. You know, it's about listening to that Hermit as well. You know, the sun is in your 6th house, which is about your routines and your health and your fitness. So it's really good the second week that things are coming together. You've got people that understand your way of thinking. They want to work with you. You want to work with them. They're aligning, you know, they're helping you build like your work, your brand. You know, this could be a friendship as well. So, you know, you're getting people on. You're getting people that you really wanted in your life. Basically. When we come to the third week, we have the Star card. And the Star card is about new beginnings. Star card is about new beginnings. It's about you have trusted yourself. You know, as long as you've done the work in the first week, like really taking care of yourself and resting when you need to, you can now start seeing lots of You know, you can now start seeing lots of that your dreams actually being brought out there. You know, I feel a lot of you are feeling very optimistic, very clear. You know, the vision is very clear. It's a very positive time for you. You know, this month, you're not going to forget this month in a hurry, Cancers, because, you know, your dreams have actually come true, and, you know, good things are now actually happening. And it does feel that everything you've wished for, Cancer, is now happening. You know, even though it may have been slow in the beginning, it's now actually happening. And, you know, it's good to, and I feel that a lot of you are going to be doing lots of blessings work, like gratitude, more gratitude work, saying things out in the open, not being afraid to say what you want, to think of things that you actually want. You know, a lot of you Cancers have been very much in the, you know, very much behind the scenes a lot. I think due to the solar eclipse being, you know, in Gemini, the North Node being in your 12th house. So a lot of you have been doing a lot of things behind the scenes, but now you're coming out of your shell. And this dream card that's actually come is because you've been dreaming, you've been doing the work, you've been dreaming a lot, and now it's actually coming. I feel there's loads of people around you. You know, these people in this second week are helping you, but you're getting more people around you, and you're thinking more of your dreams that, you know, that you want to happen as well. When we come to the fourth week, and the sun going into Capricorn, you know, things start to slow down a little bit, but only because your mind, and also you've got Venus, which is in your, you know, Venus, which is in your 7th house as well. You know, it's about, you know, we come up to, especially the third week and the fourth week, we come up to Christmas and the New Year. So relax, trying to relax. You know, this could also be a lot of you being around friends, being around your family, looking back on how the year has been for you. There can be some tears shedded as well. There could also be, you know, because the Page of Swords is about, you know, new lines of thought and study. So some of you could be thinking of what you would like next year to happen. Even though things are coming to fruition now, your mindset is like more sharper, more brighter. There could be, I feel a lot of you may have discussions with your partner, and this could be about expanding your family. Some of you could actually find out that you're pregnant as well, even though in a strange way. But this is a young card. This is about this card's about youth, but it's about mental. So some of you could be thinking about a baby, not knowing that you're pregnant. You know, these things can happen. Also, you could be talking about a family. Some of you could also be doing more, you know, fun work with, like, if you have children as well. But also, this is to do with your future goals too. And you could be acting yourself like a kid. Like, you know, it's like, you know, you have a box of chocolate and it's like, oh my God, I don't know which one to have. You know, you feel really excited. So there could be a sort of like youthful energy that you're having. But still, you're looking back on how far you've come from the last year. And, you know, any problems that you may have as well during, you know, the last week, especially the Page of Swords, it can now be sorted out. You know, instead of you being too much into your emotions and shutting down, you're ready to just express what needs to be done, you know. So yeah, and even if you do feel like overconfident in any way, Cancer, it's actually a good thing, because the past year from 2020 has been not the easiest for a lot of you. There's things that you wanted to do and it hasn't really happened because you had to do a lot of shadow work, but now it's actually come, which is a really good thing. So good luck to you, Cancer, you know, especially because Venus is going retrograde as well. I feel some of you are actually ready for this new beginning to happen. So Cancer, that was your December 2021 reading. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, Leo. So, Leo, this is your December 2021 reading. And, you know, the first message that you have, Leo, is from the Sun card, because the sun's going to be shining and highlighting for you. It's going to be a very much a fun time because, you know, the sun is in your 5th house. And I feel a lot of you Leos are going to be feeling at your best, you know, your optimate best, your creative best, your sexual best. You know, this is a time that, you know, it's time to have fun with your children, fun with your partner. Also a time for you to be creative. And I feel a lot of you Leos are thinking this is a long time coming. There could be a lot of discussions when it comes up to, you know, your children, you know, how you look, your, you know, your fitness as well. You know, you're ruled by the sun. So why not? You know, the sun card for you, Leo, also is a time of shining a light on vitality and energy. So you could have a bit more energy now. And, you know, stick to, you know, not stick to what you know, but stick by your own truth. You can also be like any issues that come up now, Leos, you can find that you can sort it out very quickly. And, you know, don't be surprised if you have like some people that are like, oh, wow, how come they're shining like this? You know, you're in your element now. So well done to you. When it comes to your weekly for the month of December, the first card that you have is from the King of Pentacles. Now, I feel a lot of you Leos, especially like during the first week, because we're coming up to eclipse season. The solar eclipse is in your 5th house. And with the solar eclipse being in your 5th house, this is a, you know, it's a fun time, but it's a new beginning for you. A new beginning could be many things. It could be expanding your family. It could also be doing, thinking of a type of creative skill. This could be about, you know, your kids. This could also be about, you know, money as well. And you've got the King of Pentacles, which is about money. And, you know, you can see it's a royal person. And the royal person, I feel it could be you, Leo. Like, you guys are very much more serious when it comes to your finances. You're going to be there feels like an element of that. You guys are going to be very much into saving. I think this is about savings for your future. There could also be energies that you guys are really wishing for something tangible as well. And I feel this could be to do with like if you have children, this could be to do with your children. So when it comes to like money, finances, it's about you being comfortable, but without being materialistic. So you're being a bit more serious. It can be you guys being a bit more frugal. They could be making lots of lists, you know, spending on what you need. It's not that you guys feel, not guys you are broke. It's just that it's time to be really serious now. There's things that, you know, next year, when the nodes go into like your 10th house, this is about your career. So yeah, so it's like you guys are not grown up, but it's more like you guys are just being a bit more serious. And I also feel that a lot of you guys are looking at life a bit more seriously now. You're taking life a bit more seriously. You're understanding. You're seeing what's going on in the world. And there's a lot of things that you guys don't like. So in order for you to change something within yourself, you have to get a bit more, you know, take charge of your life. And some of you could also be thinking of starting something new when it comes to like your career. This could be you working for yourself, quitting a job. You know, it's about you being happy, but also this is about your future too. When it comes to like the second week, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So you have some Pentacles cards, which is about, you know, money, finances. And I feel a lot of you are going to receive some good news during the second week. This could be concerning like a career. This could also be you guys, it could be a proposal of marriage. It could also, sorry, the 10 of Pentacles, sorry. Yeah, so it could be, I feel it's like some good news that's coming. And this could also be, you know, money, concerning money for a lot of you Leos. That money could be coming to you. Money could be, you know, they might have been, sorry about this. There might be yeah, money coming to you like from an inheritance in some way. But also, you know, I feel some of you Leos actually knew that this news was actually coming, you just didn't know when. So it's going to actually help, especially during the first week. If your mind's concerned about your finances, when it comes to the second week, you're going to start hearing about your finances. It could be a new interest. You know, your interest has gone higher now, and some of you have really thought about, you know, building your finances in some way, and now things are just coming together. You know, it could also, like I said, it could also be inheritance, and also, you know, just things are, you know, things that you were worried about actually comes to an end during the second week. And it makes you a bit, and also gives you this sort of stability, this contentment as well. Yeah, which is also very good. And, you know, I feel that your home life is going to be more on your mind as well. That there are things that you may want to change in your home. There's things that you know, there's something that you want to change, but it's not. And even though it could feel very for the self, it's actually for, you know, I feel a lot of you have a big family, and it's for your family more than your actual self. So you're thinking about, you know, people that you love, but also does benefit you too. Okay, so yeah, very stable time during the second. When we come to the third week, you have the Knight of Wands. And, you know, the Knight of Wands is a very fiery time. It feels like a very much a fiery time. It's like a go action time. But it is for you, you know, it's about, you know, the Knight of Wands is about messages that are coming. It's a good message that is coming, especially coming from like the third week. And, you know, this is a Sagittarius card anyway. So there could be messages from a Sagittarius that is actually coming to you. This also could be anything to do with like a job or anything, but also because it's reversed, it just means that, you know, it's like delays. So anything that you've actually planned from the first and second week, there can be a bit of a delay. And the delay I feel it because it's come up to Christmas. So sometimes when we have plans for ourselves, we have to put it at the back burner in order to, you know, have fun, have Christmas. This is a season of goodwill. So also I feel it's time for you to, some of you Leos, to like rest a bit as well. Don't try not to do things too much. Really rest. Anything that was supposed to come hasn't come. That's what's maybe supposed to happen, because it's time to really chill. It's time to, you know, relax. Think about what happened during the last year. You know, these eclipses have been really good to you, a lot of you Leos. So it's time to just look back, relax, eat nice food, you know, dress up as well. If some of you are worried about anything, it can sort of like go over your head until like the new year. You know, I feel some of you Leos also want things to actually happen and come now. But, you know, when something's at a standstill, it's because, you know, something else is going to be brought in. When we come to the fourth week and we're going into the sun in Capricorn, which is going to be in your sixth house of like routines and health, there's going to be, you know, you got the Tower card. And that just means for a lot of you Leos, you know, I don't feel it's, even though when we get the Tower card, it feels like doom and gloom. I just feel that there's something that you're always used to doing that needs to just crash and burn in order for something else to be coming in. So whatever, you might hear some like news, I feel some of you might hear some news. It might be shocking. It could be very shocking. It might be concerning like your family, your job, anything like that. But I feel for you Leos, it is something that you're going to have to change. And it could be changing within your routines, changing within your health, changes within, you know, on a general space. Because we're coming up to the new year and it's something new needs to come. So whatever you're doing, Leos, it just means that it's old and it just needs to something new needs to come, and it can come very quickly. And some of you could actually be thinking about this for a while now, and going into the new year, it just happens. So even if you're like doing a setting like New Year's resolutions could be, I want to change this, I want to change that, and you probably just left it the back of your head, and all of a sudden the changes start happening. Okay, so see it like that as well, and that could also very shock you, like, oh my God, I didn't know this could happen. I feel, the realization that, your thoughts and your words are very powerful as well, Leos. Thoughts and words are very powerful. And you might realize that going into 2022. And that's what the Tower is saying. Okay. So, Leo, that was your December 2021 reading. Thank you very much for listening. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Virgo. So, Virgo, happy December, and what a time it is for you. The first card message that you have, Virgo, is from the Virgo card, and it is your card. And it's funny because you've also, I actually thought that this was the Hermit card, but it's not. But yes, this is your Virgo card. So this card is asking you just to come into yourself, be your authentic self, live your authentic self. Never try to be anyone else but yourself. Feel, you got the sun, which is in your 4th house. This is about your home, your roots, self-care. This is also to do with like your family as well. So this Virgo card is about, coming home into yourself, try to be a bit more relaxed. Sometimes work could get into the way, and it's try to put it at the back burner and try and enjoy the summer holidays, the summer, the holiday season. There's a time for you to be with friends and family, have nice conversations, to look back on what's happened during the whole year of 2021. So some of you could sort of be fretting about, what you did and didn't do. And, it's the past. You can't really go back on what you could have done. Whatever happened was supposed to happen. It's about trying to, work on now and not working on, what you could have done better. So also about taking care of like your daily routines, and taking care of your daily routines when it comes to like, if you're Saturn's in your 6th house anyway, so this is about your routines in general. So continue to do what is helping you when it comes to like your work and your routines, health, fitness, and it'll just help you a bit more balance for December, because December can be very, very wild, as you know. So it's about coming to yourself this month, coming into your authentic self. When it comes to like your daily card reading, especially for the week of December, you have the 5 of Cups, and it's the same to what I just said. Some of you are looking back on like this year and what you should have done better, but there are new beginnings happening. You got when the North Node goes into your 9th house, you got the solar eclipse that's just happened in your 9th house. New beginnings are actually coming. I feel some of you Virgos, there's things that you want to expand your mind more. So it's about picking the right thing and not stressing out on what you are going to be missing out on. New opportunities are actually coming for you in December. And I feel some of you are actually sort of like making notes, marking down what you would like for your future. This month is about trying to let go, trying to like give to God, like, okay, this is what I want, but let me see what happens. And it's not about looking back on, feeling of dread and, what you could have done better, something that you've said to someone and now you shouldn't have said it. Whatever you done, it was supposed to happen. Whatever you said was supposed to happen. You can't really take it back. And I understand, some of you can feel like that because you don't want to hurt people. But at the same time, it's, sometimes that's just the way things are. So know that there's new things coming to you now. There's some of you are single, a new lover can actually appear. now in December. December is very much about nostalgic. It's a nostalgic time. It's a forward thinking but nostalgic time. So it's about you looking forward to the future now. On the second week, you have the 10 of Cups, even though it is reversed. Even though it's reversed, it's just, for you Virgos, it's about, again, I feel that you guys are worrying. You know, you have to enjoy the moment. There are such good things happening for you, and you're going to start, and these things are in your face. You just have to see it. You know, you just have to see it. This is actually a Pisces card. This is like the last card in the zodiac. The last card, the last sign of the zodiac, which is opposes you. It's a Mars in Pisces card. So if there's any blocks that you feel are happening, the blocks may be within you. Could be you blocking your happiness, blocking your heart. I feel that there's some people coming, you know, there's some people coming to you. It sounds quite crazy, but I feel there's some people want to be around you, but you could be blocking it because you're thinking, oh, that sounds too good to be true. I can't, you know, that can't be happening too much now. Do you remember there's lots of dreams that you've wanted, Virgo? You know, Saturn is actually on you to be taking care of like your, you know, your routines when it comes to like your work and your health, and it's not giving you a lot of fun. So when this fun does come, and it's meant to come, you could be blocking it. So it's about allowing it to come in, Virgo, allowing the fun to come in, because it can change up everything. Even though Saturn's on you, it could still make things a bit more fun instead of making life be like a daily grind. So anything that comes in to you now, if you have a family as well, they may want to like try something different for the Christmas time. Oh yeah, okay, yes, let's do it, even if you don't feel like to, because it changes everything. When it comes to the third week, we have the Fool card, and the Fool card is reversed. And the Fool card is about, you know, going your own way. And it's, you know, it's about going your own way. And even though it's reversed, it may mean that some things that you actually want may not be happening now. Okay, this is about your personal goals that may not be happening now. And it's not about don't do it, Virgo. It's about still just need to revise it more. So if it means if you're used to like writing down like what you need to do for the day, that's what it just means. Instead of just thinking, okay, I'm just gonna just go off the cuff and just do it anyway. And if sometimes it just doesn't happen, so you just like revising things, looking over things. If you're signing anything during like the third week, I feel like the third week is very much, it could be to do with a work thing as well. So there may be things that you actually need to look at more, look at again. There's things that you've probably done, whether it comes to like your, you know, your general routines, something to do with like the home as well, that just needs to be looked at again. I feel like some of you may have tried to fix something within your home, and now, I don't know, it's just not worked. So you just get a plumber in or something to do with that. But it's just about you revising things, not trying to do, and also not trying to do things by yourself. Asking for help, Virgo. Not believing that you can just do everything all the time. You know, December is a time of rest as well. So you guys' energy may not be there too much. Yeah, your energy might not be there too much. So instead of just pushing yourself to do it all, ask for help. When it comes to the fourth week and the sun goes into your fifth house, this is about, you know, your fun, creativity, your children. And you have the Two of Cups, which is reversed. And, you know, the sun, you got Venus also in your fifth house. So even though the Two of Cups is reversed, it's just trying to get a bit more closer to your partner now. If you're in a relationship, a lot of you, I feel, could very much be in your head, and your partner may feel left out. So it's coming together with your partner. It's the new year. It's 2022. Something new needs to happen. Like I said, Saturn's on your ass, but you doesn't mean you have to like leave a relationship. Or this could also be a friendship as well. It's speaking your thoughts, speaking like your fears to someone that you care about, coming together with people as well. You know, some of you Virgos, when you want to, some of you Virgos, I feel that when you want to get close to someone, you sort of distance yourself from them because you believe you can do it by yourself, or you believe that they won't understand. And I can guarantee you, Virgos, that they will understand. They just want you to open up. It's about opening up more during like the 4th week with the sun going into this, especially Venus going retrograde in your 5th house. So this, you may be thinking about, you know, actually doing something different when it comes to communicating like your emotions, whether it's in a relationship or with a friendship or someone that you actually like. You know, this could actually help vitalize you in a new way, which could actually shock you, but it was a long time coming. So open up, Virgos, because there's a lot of support there for you. So Virgo, that was your December 2021 reading. Thank you very much for listening. I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello Libra, and welcome to your December 2021 tarot. So Libra, the first message that you have is from Pisces. Now Pisces is guiding you, Libras, to, you know, feel. It's all about feeling. It's all about emotion. It can be intense emotions, but it's about feeling and listening to your intuition. It can be a bit of a dreamy month for you, just a bit like Cancer. And you know, I feel a lot of you Librans are very, a lot of you Librans are very, you know, your imagination could be flying really high this month, regardless of what's going on. You know, you guys could be imagining more of a peaceful world, a peaceful life, a peaceful and harmony in your relationship. This card is also about creativity and not as well as intuition. So December is a great month for you guys to be very creative. You know, the sun's in your 3rd house. So this is going to give your mind, this is going to really expand your mind to do something quite, not crazy, but doing something you've actually really wanted to do and enjoy. So, you know, go within your imagination, and, you know, some of you Librans can also feel that, you know, you get this like weird psychic ability, like what you think, it actually happens. You know, if you've dreamt of something, it actually appears. If you wanted something, you know, if you've spoken to your partner about something, whether to do with like your family, it actually starts happening. You know, you yourself could be very, very sensitive as well this month. Sensitive like the energies around you, sensitive what your friends are saying. You know, this is also a great month for you to be around like really close group of friends, and you know, such a dreamy month, such a lovely month for a lot of you, especially coming towards the end of the year as well. So that's your message from Pisces. When it comes to like your cards for the first week of December, starts off a little bit fiery. You know, a lot of mental energies that's playing within a lot of you Librans. But I feel some of you really may not really mind because you're more mental anyway. So the first card that you have is from the 6 of Swords. Now, sorry, the 7 of Swords. Sorry about that, Libra. I know you Librans like people to come correct, even if you do ask in a nice way. So the 7 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords is about, you know, being cautious in what you think and also being cautious in what you say. And, you know, also, it's also about overconfidence as well. But I feel on one hand for a lot of you, and it is reversed. So, and I feel it's definitely to do with like, especially the first week. Some of you, because you've got the sun in your 3rd house. The 3rd house is about the mind. So some of you, I feel some of you are really wanting to like really go ahead and push ahead in something, but you're going to do very quickly. This is about a lot of you not really thinking. So about thinking what you're signing, thinking about what you're, you know, I feel that there's something important that you guys need to really concentrate on, but you're doing it very fast. and it's going to make a lot of you go back on it. You know, so it's about being very vigilant in what you say, in what you think. And I think it's going back to like that Pisces card, because, you know, Pisces and Neptune is a very deceptive card anyway. So it's about just trying to be as cautious in your dealings. Also, I feel that there's some new people coming towards a lot of you Librans as well. And they could be selling you like something. They could be selling you like something big, or just talking to you, and it seems very positive. You know, this week I feel, because the solar eclipse is in your 3rd house as well. So there's new people coming into your life as well. I feel there's also going to be you're going to be hearing from a sibling too as well. But what's actually being said is actually not the real thing. So you just have to be very mindful and very cautious. You could be wanting to help someone very quickly, and then you find that they haven't changed, for instance. Okay, so it's about listening to your intuition. Stay open-minded and stay as flexible as you can, because all is not what it seems. And it's all well, and it's good to help people, Libra, but also just remember, like if you've been around someone for a while and then you're not around them anymore, and they just contact you out of the blue for help, for instance, and you rush to help them without even thinking about why you weren't in contact with them. Okay, so this card it's like a caution, but it's also a reminder of not rushing into something. Just think before you rush into it, so you don't make that the same mistake again. When we come to the 2nd week, and also because it's the solar eclipse week as well, when we come to the 2nd week, you have the 5 of Swords. Now, the 5 of Swords, these are both Aquarian cards, and Aquarius rules your 5th house anyway. This is a Venus in Aquarius card, and it is about, on one hand, you walking away from a situation, you trying to diffuse a situation, and you actually being really sad about a situation. It could be a number of things. I feel some of you Librans are going to have this realization of, you know, not only where you want to be, but like your mindset changing. I feel a lot of you definitely could be walking away from a situation, a situation that has hindered you for a while. This could be a relationship. It may or may not be a relationship. It could be, but it could also be something from your past, and also an old mindset as well. So, you know, but I feel that a lot of you just need time to adjust to like the new beginnings are actually happening. And, you know, this card is also about loss as well. So some of you could actually, you know that you don't want to lose something, but in general, in order to get where you want to get to in life, you have to cut the cord. And you could be very much in two minds about it. Like, you don't want to hurt anyone, but, you know, sometimes you just have to be a bit ruthless. And there's a ruthless side to a lot of you Librans anyway. And I feel some of you, once you make that decision, it's going to really change your life. And it could hurt people as well. It could really hurt people, because there's this side that could actually come out from you. You know, so there's a lot for you to think about during the 2nd week. And it could be quite heavy fitting as well. When we come to the 3rd week, you have the Temperance card, which is actually a Sagittarius card. So you're going to be feeling on top of the world. Things are going to be feeling a bit more brighter. It's Christmas time as well. We'll come up to Christmas time. So this is about spending time with people that you love, your friends, your family. Some of you could just be very much overdoing things as well, because this is about moderation. It's a spiritual card, but it's also about moderation as well. So if you feel that you are doing things over the top, whether it's speaking out of turn, whether it's eating too much food, wine, drink, just going over the top, it's about stepping back as well. I feel some of you may need to step back, because the first 2 weeks have been quite heavy. And sometimes when we want to forget the heaviness, we can tend to just do things over the top. whether it's, you know, declaring our love for someone, or, you know, just overindulgence in some way. I feel, you know, the third week is a Sagittarian week anyway, so, you know, doing things in a healthier way will be very beneficial for you. So that's whether it's going for a walk, going for a run, speaking, you know, talking to like your partner, writing your thoughts down as well, thinking positive. I think the third week is all about trying to be as positive as you can, not dwelling, not dwelling, try not to dwell on the past as well, because what's done is done, and looking forward to your future. So the third week is a positive time, but on the other hand, you can just overdo as well. We come to the fourth week and the sun is going into Capricorn, which is in your third house. You also have Venus, which is retrograde in Capricorn in your fourth house too. So this is about coming home. You know, it's about, I feel a lot of you are going to be quite nostalgic about December, but also nostalgic about the whole year. I feel December is going to be have a major impact on you as well, though. So you could be looking back and there can be some, you know, some sad moments, but also the Ace of Cups is of a new beginning. So even for you to like reveal your emotions and cry, or just wanting to be by yourself in some way, that's like a new side to you, Libra. So embrace it. But also the Ace of Cups is about new beginnings happening when it comes to your relationships, your health, your life in general as well. It's an emotional time, showing like a new side of emotion to you. And, you know, it does indicate children, you know, so some of you may, there could be a pregnancy involved. There could also be something new. If you have children already, they could be teaching you something new. There could be news about them at school as well. This could be something to do within the home, your partner, if you have one, or even like a new relationship, a new type of creativity, or you could be hearing new news about your roots, your past, something to do within your mother as well. Or you could just decide just to be taking care of yourself. There's so many possibilities, but it ends on a high, even if it does feel very sensitive, Libra. Okay, so yes, this is your December 2021 Libra astrology and tarot. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your December 2021 tarot reading. Now Scorpio, the first message you have is from your planet Pluto. Now Pluto is going to be helping you this month to really transform yourself, transform your ideals, your work life, your physical appearance. It's also going to be helping you to go, you know, working within your shadow self, which you've probably been doing anyway when, you know, the sun was in your sign. But there's still some transforming that a lot of you will be doing. And I feel some of you are actually going to feel very powerful during Sagittarius season in the month of December. And, you know, once you continue to work on transforming yourself, it's going to be such a powerful time. You're going to be standing in your truth, standing in your, you know, your powerful self. And I feel some of you also are going to be extremely a bit more sensitive in like your surroundings, maybe sensitive into what you're saying as well. You know, the sun is in your second house, which is about, you know, your self-worth, your money, your finances, how you're earning money. So if you do come into any situations when it comes to knowing your worth, you're going to be at your most powerful. So this month is all about transforming for you. When it comes to your monthly, especially the month of December, especially the first week, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is also a week that is the sun. We have the solar eclipse, which is in your second house. This is a new beginning that's happening for you in the Queen of Pentacles. And this is also a Capricorn card. The Queen of Pentacles is about, you know, you Scorpio, once again standing in your power, standing in your truth. But, you know, and this could be you also being more clear and concise when it comes to what you want This is about longevity. This is about your future. And it's not necessarily just money. This is about, you know, you being truthful in, you know, in what relationship you want, what you want for, you know, the long term. This is about you being grounded as well. The sun in your second and the solar eclipse in your second is a new beginning. There's something's going to be leaving you. Something's going to be, you know, beginning. And I feel a lot of you are actually welcoming this new beginning that's happening. And if this does concern your finances, Scorpio, it's even better. You know, it's about you being more responsible, more serious, more diligent as well. This is also about your future self. So if you are seeking like a new career now, because things are not actually working for you, I feel a lot of you will find it very possible to just leave it, because you see something, you want something more tangible. You want more tangible results happening for you now. Some of you could actually come across as quite, you know, overly ambitious, but why not? Because you're actually, you know, going back to the Pluto card, you're actually seeing that if you know, you're actually transforming this month. And in order for you to transform, you need to let something go. So that Queen of Pentacles is going to help you to be letting go as well. It's going to be helping you be, you know, working towards something, working towards you being grounded, you know, but also still remaining sensitive within your soul. The second card in the second week we have is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a very much a sensitive card as well. It's a Cancer card. The High Priestess is about, you know, your, you know, hidden emotions. It's about secrets as well. It's about you developing a psychic awareness. So I feel a lot of you are actually still you're actually still working on yourself, but you are more, there's things that you are not necessarily not telling anyone, but it's about you. There's some, I feel some of you can actually find out some secrets, but also there's things that you in yourself want and need that you may not be telling anyone now. And whether it's a good thing, it could be actually be a good thing, or could actually be a bad thing. But you are, you know, your spiritual awareness is more heightened now. So, and also there's lots of changes that are happening for a lot of you in December. And these changes have been, you know, and also the changes that is happening for you, like the spiritual changes that are happening for you, is for the long term. So, you know, second week's very much a sensitive time for a lot of you. And the second week, because December, because Sagittarius is all about, you know, Sagittarius month is very much a manifestation month. So I feel a lot of you could be doing some manifestation work with crystals, water magic, you know, just feeling like what's happening within the world on a deeper, much emotional level. But this is going to give you such a profound sense of awareness that some of it could actually really shock you. So second week is very, you know, the second week is a time that you're going to be working on like your spiritual self, your emotional self. You know, anything that's not being said, you're going to know about it, whether it's at work, with your relationship. I feel some of you are going to be doing lots of, I feel also there's going to be lots of spiritual but more emotional awareness about your romantic life as well. Some of you are going to, I feel some of you are going to be actually leaving an old romance, whether it's a partner or like an ex, or like thoughts from it. And you're looking for something brighter for your future. But the fact you're doing spiritual work is actually helping you. It's going to actually help you to let go. It's going to actually help you to cut those cords. And this is going to be within. So one of the reasons why it's no surprise that some of you are going to be doing some secret work. And it's also going to be a secret group as well. Okay? Which I feel a lot of you are at your most best anyway. Come to the third week, we come to Christmas time, we have like the World card. which is, you know, the World card is like an ending, but it also could be spiritual traveling. This also could be a lot of you coming to the end of your tether, coming to an end of something you no longer need in your life. You guys are, you know, you guys are all about looking towards your future. This month is very much a transformative month for you. So when something ends, for a lot of you Scorpions, new beginnings actually come, and some of the things that come, it can be very slow. It can be very, some of you could actually feel quite impatient for it. It's coming. So it's also a time to look back on how you've progressed as well. You know, whatever happened in 2021, that was then, but now it's like, okay, you know, this happened, but now I want this to happen now as well. So, you know, again, I've said it to all the signs as well. There can be some, you know, some tears that happen. I also feel that there is someone from your past coming back. Things from your past are actually coming back now, Scorpio. Some of you have actually seen this happening as well. But when something comes, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to stay. And I think deep down, some of you know that anyway. But, you know, anything that you want, Scorpio, is going to be happening during the third week. Even though it's Christmas time, I feel a lot of you are going to be relaxing a bit more as well. A lot of relaxation. And I feel it might be, you might just want to be doing it by yourself. But people may want to see you, and, you know, but the fact that you're going to be more grounded now and you have a bit more confidence is even better. When we come to like the fourth week, and with the sun being in your third house, because the sun's going to be in Capricorn in your third house, you have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is about, you know, it's about independence from like financial concerns and worry. And even though it is reversed, it just means that, you know, there may be things that you just need to work on when it comes to like your finances. It's about you restructuring your finances for the new year. So, you know, there might be some bills that actually come as well. Unfortunately, for some of you Scorpions, you know, whenever it comes to like December going on to January, that's all about, you know, making sure that your mindset is on paying off bills, paying off debts or any type of loans. A lot of you are going to be very much serious about, okay, this is what I need to just pay off, and so I can just like try and enjoy January. Yeah, so I feel a lot of it is to do definitely with finances, but it's also like an ending of, because, you know, 2021 is the beginning of the 2020s, even though 2020, it sounds like 2020 was more of what's to come for the decade, but 2021 is the beginning of this. So 2022, you want to start it off smooth. So there's responsibilities, there's bills that a lot of you may have to pay off, there's things that weren't said that needs to be said as well. It's an ending. You want a new beginning to be happening. So make sure, you know, it's about you making sure that something is clear for January, so you don't have to really stress about it, because there can be some worry that happens during the ending of, you know, going into the new year. So the more you're on it now, the more you're on top of it now, the more January will be a bit more, you know, smoother for you, because I feel a lot of you are working for a smoother year. Okay, so Scorpio, that was your December 2021 reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Sagittarius, and happy solar return to all of you Sagittarians. So Sagittarius, what a month it is for you. The first card message that you have, Sagittarius, is from Mercury. Now, Mercury is ruled by Gemini and Virgo, so they oppose and square you. But this month, especially, you know, this month is a very special month for you. So it's no surprise that you have this Mercury card. You are on a roll. You are zooming, ready to go. There's people, places that you need to see. For a lot of you are going to be very much communicating a lot with people from faraway lands. This could be you thinking about learning, teaching, like learning a new skill. Either some of you may decide you want to be teachers, learning from people as well, catching up with friends, because it's coming up to Christmas. It's Christmas season. So very, very busy time. Take time to breathe, lots of deep breaths, because you're the star of the show and people want to hear and see from you. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lot of Sagittarians being like the center of the universe this month, especially because the solar eclipse is in your first house as well. So yes, a lot of good things are happening for a lot of you Geminis. And Mercury is also about starting new projects. It's also a business sign planet as well. So I feel a lot of you may be also like signing contracts, but look at the small print as well, because when you're signing contracts, things seem too good to be true. You may want it all, and then you can decide, actually I don't even want this. So on the other hand, and also this could be to do with like financial security as well. So about signing contracts, because opportunities are going to be coming for a lot of you. So it's about picking the things that you need and not wanting it all as well, so that you find that you have too much on your plate and not being tied and bondage to things that are on a material sense. It's just things that you can actually learn from. So that's the message from Mercury. When it comes to your month of December, your birthday month, and the week ahead, the first week we have the Strength card, and it's also the solar return. Solar return was also the solar eclipse in your first house. So I feel a lot of you are going to be doing a lot of shadow work. But it may not be of an emotional sense. It's more like you thinking about how far you've come from 2020. 2000. Yeah, from 2020. It could be from I don't know why I said 2000s, but the last time that we had this eclipse in Gemini and Sagittarius, and also the nodal axes, was 18 years ago. So that was in the 2020s. So I feel that a lot of you are going to be thinking about how far you've come 18 years ago till now, from 2020 as well till now. Seeing, the opportunities that were presented to you, seeing what you've had to release, seeing how you've taken care of yourself in terms of like your physical fitness, your public image. Also seeing if you've worked towards the positive traits of Sagittarius, whether it's not being too preachy, whether it's abiding by the law, and because this is what you rule the law, you rule the higher law, you rule higher learning, you rule your belief systems, and also about looking at your beliefs as well. And the Strength card is going to help you to see how strong a person you are, that you don't have to be tied to certain things. There's things that you didn't really the things that you believe that now you've actually found that were not really true. Okay. And a lot of Sagittarius and Geminis have been in like the press a lot. And they may have not been doing the right thing. So it's about you being honest and looking, have I done the right thing? Have I gone to like my highest level? Have I helped people along the way? Have I been optimistic and positive? Have I been two-faced in any way? It's about you looking, going all the way back and looking. And the Strength card is also a guided strength as well for you. I feel a lot of you are going to come out of it really well if you've been honest. The Strength card is about honesty as well. It's also about you fighting. It's also about, there's inner demons that some of you have had, that you've had to fight, but now you've come into your own. When it comes to like the second week, you have the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is to do with, it is about anxiety, nightmares. It's about unhappiness. It's also about regrets in the past. as well. So I feel that during the second week, you know, in eclipse season, the second week, there may be some conversations that are being had, and it can actually bring up something from the past for you. And I feel a lot of you are going to be quite, you know, whether you're ready to be open or not, this is going to play on your mind. So if you are, you know, continuing to be buzzing here, there, and everywhere, doing that Mercury dance, when it comes to you resting and relaxing, being by yourself, you may find it very hard. And that's because things need to be worked out. So it's all about, you know, we can say, you know, if you Sagittarius, try and relax, try and relax. But if that's not working, maybe time to be talking to someone, you know, something that's troubling you, you know, you know, and also this could be to do with the eclipse as well. The eclipse can heighten things within the mind, heighten things within the body. It's a time for you to work for. It's a 9, so number 9 is about endings. So it's about you just thinking, you know what, screw this, I need to work through this. I need to talk to someone, whether it's a therapist, whether it's, you know, like doing deep psychological therapy work, because something deep rooted is happening. It's great to be drinking, like, obviously this is a disclaimer, but you know, drinking things like chamomile tea, using like essential oils can actually help as well. Writing down your thoughts, because this is a Mercury month for you. Yeah, or speaking to your partner, speaking to your friends as well. Even if this means you, if you're like in a group, like on a social group, asking them for advice as well. This will really help you because the second week sounds very much an emotional time, but emotional anxiety time. We come to the third week and easing into Christmas, we have the King of Cups. So things start to get a bit more mellow for you. This is a great, I feel some of you are going to be thinking about, you know, doing something creative, something you've always wanted to do. The King of Cups is a very sensitive card. It's about creativity. It's about emotions as well. So I feel some of you are going to be doing something creative, something you've always thought about doing, but maybe was too busy to have it. There could be people that, you know, because Mercury is this is a busy month for you. You could find that you get a lot of people wanting to work with you as well on something creative. This could be drawing, acting. You know, it's very flavorable for you during the third week. If you've done any work online, you can get a lot of support now, a lot of gains, a lot of support gains as well. It's money as well. Some of you are single. This could also be a new partnership as well. There could be a new beginning in your relationship as well, because when we've done like a lot of like the emotional work, things start opening up to us. So you're going to see from the second week, because you've done the emotional work, if you're open to it, the third week starts to become a bit more smoother. Okay, and you know, when we're emotionally open, we start getting people that we didn't really think was our people. They start wanting to be around us, learn from us as well. It's also about you learning from people too, because you know, Sagittarius is also about higher learning, so learning from people from different cultures, different creeds as well. And if you are single, this could be someone from a different background. And I feel also, you know, even though it's creative, it's very much a creative time. Some of you may decide that you want to like do like a creative course, learn a new language as well. Like if your partner's from a different culture, it's about you learning from them too. We come to the fourth week and the ending of, you know, your solar return. We go into Capricorn, which is your second house of, you know, how you earn money, your, you know, your security. And also we have Venus, which is in Capricorn in your second house. It goes retrograde, so there may be some stuff that comes up that you have to revise, but it's also a new beginning. It's also a new beginning for going into like the second year of the 2020s. And I feel that things are going to be a bit more stable, because the Eight of Pentacles is about the new stability, a new way of being, a new way of revitalizing. And a lot of you want to be revitalized. When the eclipse is going to be for 6 months. So you want to go into the new year a bit more, a bit more powerful, revitalized. I feel a lot of you are going to be thinking about your health a lot. Some of you may have neglected your health because of, just being busy and being popular. So now you're thinking, actually, I want to get a bit more healthy. You may have thought that you had a lot of energy, but you may have been drinking coffee, for instance, to, have more energy. So now it's time to really thinking about your workout routines. If you've been going really hard on your workout, looking at something else to do, like something like eccentrics, Pilates, something that can just help you, give you that high, but also give you that sort of low. And also your finances, your money and finances. Some of you, this is about family as well. This is like a new portal that's opening. So some of you weren't thinking about having a family. This may be a new beginning for you to think, oh, actually, I would like a family. If you're in a new relationship, your mind could be on marriage. This is about your future, because Venus retrograding for 4 months. So it's about you being more responsible for your finances, responsible in a relationship, also responsible in your everyday dealings, especially when it comes to your routines and your health and, your well-being. So Sagittarius, this was your December 2021 reading. Happy solar return, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your December 2021 reading, and happy solar return to all the December born Capricorns. So Capricorn, the first message you have is from the fire element. Now this is about you coming into your own, not taking any crap from anyone. This is such a fiery month for a lot of you, because we have the solar eclipse, which is in your 12th house. Okay, so with the solar eclipse being in your 12th house, you're obviously going to be a bit more introverted. It's about spirituality, the undoing. It's about you, lots of, it's a very sensitive time. So it's really no surprise. That's why a lot of you are feeling feeling this way. And, but there's also this new energy and new fire in your belly that has been bubbling up for a very long time. So the fire card is asking you just to come out of your shell, speak your truth, say what you need to say, and not be afraid. We have Venus, which is in your first house. So this is giving you a new fire energy in your belly as well, especially when it comes to love, relationships, and your creativity. I feel a lot of you Capricorns, especially December born, are going to have, it's like a new entrepreneurial spirit you're going to be having. You're not afraid to go your own way. It's not about waiting for others, it's about action, a lot of action, pioneering spirit and pioneering action. So anything you want to pursue this month, really go for it, but don't burn yourself out. So when it comes to the month and the weekly of December, you got the 5 of Wands, which is reversed. And the 5 of Wands is about, competition with people at work, maybe also within yourself. It's also about changes. It's about a scramble to reach the top. So I feel, especially with the solar eclipse in your 12th house, there may be stuff that you're doing behind the scenes. It could be with people. You could also find out that certain people may be working against you. So, you are rising to the challenge. And even though this card is reversed, it's about you changing, changing strategy. Yeah, not, going zoom first head in. It's about being smart. If you want to get to the top of your career, top of your field. But I do feel a lot of you are doing things behind the scenes. I feel there can be some arguments that is probably brewing as well. If any of you are bosses or your employees, there can be a lot of drama that's at work. It can just feel just a little bit too much for a lot of you. if you are involved, you know, there's just a way that you can actually come across. And some of you may just feel like, oh, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. But some of the action that's happening is probably to do with you. So it's about you speaking your truth, but doing it in a way that doesn't come across that people are finding you too over domineering, too, you know, too aggressive. You know, listen to what your intuition is saying, because it can really guide you well. When we come to the second week, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about, you know, life changes that are happening, life changes in, you know, on a general sphere. This could be life changes in your career, you know, your home life. Because the sun is not in your sign yet, it's going to be in your sign like towards the end. You know, you are seeing that there's changes that are happening around you, and some of you don't really mind what's going on because, you know, in a way it's going to benefit you. But some of you may be looking, thinking, oh, I don't want these changes to come. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's about changes, that things that have actually been put in motion. I feel like there's going to be changes within, you know, your professional life. There's also going to be changes in, you know, because it's a number, you know, when the Wheel of Fortune actually appears, it's actually a good thing. And anything that is coming to you, Capricorn, now, it's supposed to come. And some of these changes can actually be really good for your, you know, relationship as well. You know, some of you may even decide that you really want to commit to a relationship. You don't want to keep things hanging. So when we want to commit, it's all about communication. It's changing our mindset. Anything, if any of you have like a big family, there are going to be definitely changes within the family as well. But these change, like I said, these changes are going to be very good. So it can feel in December, the second week, it can feel like a world spin. Like some of these changes can come extremely fast, but some of them can actually come really slow. So it's about welcoming the changes that are happening on the second week. When we come to the third week, and it's more or less Christmas time, this is, you know, a time that a lot of you can try, like I've said to all the signs, it's a time to relax, get together with people that you love, you know, share goodwill. You have the Lovers card, which is about relationships, but it's also to do with the two energies that are within you. I feel, even though it is reversed, I do feel a lot of you Capricorns are going to be, you know, if there was some distance that you felt within a partnership, it can now come together. If there was some distance within yourself, you're going to now start working with that. It's about union. And if you felt any, even if it's like distance within like your job, there can be lots of communication that's going to be happening now. And, you know, any like conflicts that you've had, I feel it's going to now be sorted. We are easing into your solar return. And whenever the solar return hits you, that's when things just become a bit more easier, even if things are hard. So if you feel you need to say anything, if there's any conflicts, if you feel that you need to, you know, connect more to your soul in some way, now's that time during the third week, especially it's come up to Christmas. It feels more goodwill. And, you know, even this card is also about a delay. So I feel like the delay is mostly within some of you. There's like a delay. The delay could be because you're pushing something at the back of your mind, or the back of, you know, pushing something down, like an emotion. So now I feel that everything's going to be coming out, you know, telling people that you love them, and, you know, just revealing your feelings. Everything's going to be coming out, and it's going to be more of a relief than a hindrance. When we come to the last week and your solar week, you know, you have the Ace of Cups, and it's about goodwill. It's about new beginnings. Some of you might actually hear like from about like a new job. I feel that there might be, I feel that it's just very much like a new job, like a promotion. Something really good's going to be happening for a lot of you Capricorns. And if you've been working really hard towards a goal, you can now see your work being, you know, being seen, being shown. And this also does include money as well. You know, if you've been saving up, or, you know, your finances also looks really great as well. You can go into 2022 a bit more, feeling more stable, because, you know, Saturn's in your second house, and it's actually thrown a lot of you Capricorns a bit off balance, because you have to think of other ways in how you're thinking about, you know, your money, how you're earning. But now I think things are going to just be a bit more stable. You know, I feel that from New Year going into January, it's more calm before the storm, should I say. But still, you know, there's just new energy that's going to be happening, new energy, new vitality, a new mindset, a fresher mindset. Not, oh, this is what I have to do now, I have to, because we're easing into 2022 now, which is like, really, we're in the 2020s. So everything's going to be changing. And even if you have resisted change, change is now going to be come upon you. Okay, so Capricorn, that was your December 2021 reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? So what a year it's been for you, Aquarius. What a year. You know, not only have we had Saturn really in your sign, we had the conjunction, which is in your sign as well. But also, we've had the squares. So you have been through it. Like Taurus, you have been through it. Some of you have shone. Some of you have, you know, really worked on yourself. Some of you have really thought about like how you want your life to be for the next 20 years. And this conjunction, even though it's 20 years, we're going to feel most of this energy. We felt the beginning of it this year, but next year we're going to feel more of it, especially the squares to Uranus. Now, the first card that you have, Aquarius, is Aquarius card, which is actually your card. So, you know, I feel a lot of you this month is going to really be working on yourself. You're going to continue to work on yourself. This is all about you meeting up with people, like-minded people, coming a bit out of your shell, because this is going to be a time where a lot of you are going to be, you know, it feels like very much an exciting time. You know, this Aquarian card is basically your card, and I feel if there's anything that you need to change in December, now's that time, because you know where Saturn's still in your sign all next year until 2023, and I don't, you know, the story hasn't ended. So I feel like a lot of you are just going to be, you know, be your Aquarian weird self. You know, this is the time to be spending time with family and friends, and, you know, meeting up with family and friends, and lots of learning, lots of brainstorming. I feel you guys are going to be really feeling a bit more relaxed this month. Maybe it's because of this card, but yeah, I feel a lot of you are going to be a bit more relaxed, and really pampering yourself as well. Anything that you've wanted to happen, it can actually now happen as well. I feel a lot of it can now happen. Things are going to go your way. If you wanted to hear from someone, if you wanted to, you know, anything you've wanted, it can actually come now. And there's also an energy of feeling a bit more balanced. Balance within the mind, balance within the body. And yeah, I just feel that things are just going to be coming all together now. And yes, you're going to be looking back on, oh my God, how's this year been for me? But all the changes that have happened for you, Aquarius, again, is meant to happen. And, you know, if you feel stuck in any way, because, you know, you're a fixed sign, feel stuck in any way, you know, a lot of you, I feel, are going to be asking yourself real questions on how, you know, you can sort of like open up to changes that are happening within you. So that's your Aquarian message. When it comes to like your cards, the first card you got, especially that we have this lunar eclipse. which is happening for you in your house. It's a time that a lot of you are going to be very much, in your 11th house. I thought I just said house. In your 11th house, this is a time where a lot of you are going to be, because it's full moon lunar eclipse, new moon lunar eclipse. And this is about this is actually your house of friends, like Leo, it's Leo's house. With you, it's about your friends, your goals. This is all about these changes that are happening, new changes that are happening. And the first card that you do have is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is actually an Aquarian card. You know, it's a moon in Aquarian card. So it's no wonder that a lot of you feeling extra Aquarian. This card is about caution. It's also about, you know, it's about caution in your dealings, but it's also about cautions within your emotions. And it's a mixture of being cautious, but also overconfidence. And this energy is showing me that a lot of you are going to be very much feeling feeling more energized, more happy, wanting to be around new people. But also there's this element of that a lot of you want to also be like alone, you know, so they can be this sort of like standoffish. So it's about how you're projecting yourself, you know, because I feel there's a lot of like admirers that are going to come for a lot of you Aquarians. And, you know, you're one of the friendliest signs, you know, you're all about the people. So it's more of a case of like, if you're doing, you know, if some of you are doing any like activism work, for instance, be sure that you are for the people and not for yourself, you know, because how you are saying things and how you're projecting things, it could appear that it's actually for the people, but you're actually doing it because it's the right thing to do and it makes you happy. And there can be some miscommunication along the way. Like people could think that, oh, you're doing this for us, but actually you're not. And it could actually come out that you're not. So it's about thinking. It's about really being honest as well, so that nothing can actually come back on you. Because this card is actually a bit of a karmatic card. You know, it's a moon in Aquarius card. It's actually quite karmatic if we're not being honest. Okay, and you know, so it's just it's a bit of a caution, but it's also a bit of you, you know, just being honest with yourself, honest with your dealings, honest with who you want to be with, honest with what you're about really. When we come to the second week, and also because it's the eclipse week, this is going to be of more importance because it does carry to the next 6 months. And you know, when anything's in your sign, you want to try and be as honest as you can. You've got Saturn in your sign, which you're traditionally ruled by. So this can carry. When we come to the second week, we have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is about moving to calmer waters. Things that were a bit tricky in the beginning. Now we can, you know, we're now realizing that we need peace. So we need to move away. And it is reversed. So with this card, with this being reversed, it's just, you know, it's not really bad. It's about you figuring stuff out. You know, some of you may actually really go within, start asking yourself questions. I feel a lot of you are probably asking what you've learned this year. You know, who you want around. Because with the solar eclipse in your 11th house, this is about, you know, friends. So there's certain people that you've realized that you don't really need in your life, and even relationships, and you guys are having this honesty, there's a real honesty. And I feel some of you could actually be speaking to you know, like your mom or your dad, just having like an honest conversation. It could be about, you know, you could be asking them questions about their past, and you know, really just, you know, just asking like your family about their past and how you dealt with certain situations. And so, yeah, I feel a lot of you are definitely wanting some peace in your life, especially going towards the new year. You know, we've got the North Node, which is in, you know, it is in your 4th house. So this is about, you know, roots and home. So I feel a lot of you may be feeling that, you know, you want to like sort of go back to certain things that you used to do, or maybe go back to certain people. So in order for you to have that, you need to like remove yourself from places and situations that really no longer serve you. And if you feel you are holding on, it's about asking yourself why you're holding on. Then we have the Temperance card, which is actually Sagittarius card. Someone else had this card. I think it was actually Libra. And what this card is definitely about, it's actually a nice card for you because we are easing into, you know, we are actually in Sagittarius season. We are also easing into Christmas. So some of you are, you know, I feel there's a lot of it, there's some excitement now. I feel some of you are going to be doing something quite different for Christmas. You're probably planning what you want to do for Christmas. Some of you may actually want to celebrate with just close people. Some of you may want to be with family as well. But I do feel some of you want to do something different. And you know, when something shines on your sign, it's all about doing something a bit outside the grain. And because you're ruled by Uranus, and let's not forget, we have Saturn square Uranus. So some of your plans could change at any moment's notice. So it's all about having like a plan B. The Temperance card wants you to do. It's all about, you know, seeing things outside the box. But I do feel a lot of you are doing something different. Definitely doing something different. You want to like sort of like mix things up, but you also want harmony. You want peace as well. Yeah, I feel I can just actually hear like a ruckus, like big party, and you know, this year we've been through a lot as well, especially you and Taurus, but on a general level, we've all been through a lot. So I feel some of you just want to do something very different, and, you know, and it could be spiritual. It could also be just like a family get together or close people get together, but you're having like a different type of like games, and I feel some of you may be doing things that you used to do when you were younger too. When we come to the 4th week, and we're easing into Capricorn season, you know, things, you know, it's about, you know, things are getting a bit more calmer now, but you are thinking of your future. A lot of you, I've said it for all the signs, a lot of you are thinking of your future now. It's coming up to 2022. And, you know, some of you got the 2 of Pentacles, which is about juggling. It could be like your relationship. It could also be your working relationship, your private and your private life and your professional life. There's changes that are coming, but there could be some confusion happening. I feel in January things will become a little bit more clear for some of you, but on the whole, it's about what you want. You know, it's not about pleasing others, about what you want. And some of you may not be, you know, may not care, like, you know what, this is what I want, I'm going to do it. Some of you could just be in 2 minds. This card's really about looking at what's most important to you and not to others. You know, Saturn being in your sign, especially this conjunction, you know, changes are imminent. It's not, you know, there's nothing you can really do what's going to be happening, as long as you're honest, as long as you try to seek balance. Not about having balance, but try to seek balance, and, you know, putting things in place and seeing what happens as well. So yeah, you know, I feel that it's definitely like professional life and your actual goals more than a relationship. But yeah, things will just become a bit more clear in January, although there's some stuff that you still need to work out and work on. But yeah, that's your cards, Aquarius. So thank you very much for listening to your December 2021 tarot, and I'll speak to you soon. And last but not least, we have Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your December 2021 reading. And what a month it is for you, because you have a lot of energies that is concerning of your 10th house, which is about career status. It's about bosses. It's also about father figures as well. So the first card that you have is from Venus. Now, Venus is, you know, I'm harping back to, because we had a lunar eclipse, which is in your third house. So a lot of you could be doing some, you know, Venus things, like, you know, taking care of yourself, doing lots of self-care, doing some creativity as well. I feel this is like where your energy is actually going. You really want to like slow down. Some of you who are working, you may be taking holidays now, or some of you who work for yourself, you may decide that you don't want to do anything. You just want to rest, you just want to relax. You don't want to be bothered, you just want to spend time with people that you love. Some of you decide, you know, it's about eating nice food and really getting into like the Christmas spirit. I feel that's where a lot of your energy is. You don't want like the hustle and bustle of life. You want to really enjoy what life has to bring. There can be some changes that happened. There can be some sudden changes that happened during this month, but nothing that a lot of you cannot handle. You know, I feel a lot of you Pisceans know that, you know, you're mutable. So you know that any changes that come, even some of you may get anxious about it, but it's at the same time, it's like, okay, you know, mutable signs in general always have like a plan B. First they get, you know, first it is the panic, but then plan B happens, and then you can have the calm. So any changes that actually happened during this fiery Sagittarius season, you know, you always got a plan B. And you can come back to resting and taking care of yourself and really like enjoying December. So December's a busy month for you. So that's your Venus message. When it comes to your weekly, you have the solar eclipse, which is in your 11th house. You also have the strength card, 10th house, sorry. So with the strength card is about, you know, overcoming any hurdles that you've experienced, whether it's in the past, this year, this, you know, last month, you've overcome. And I feel a lot of the overcomeness is, you know, you're moving into a new sphere, Pisces. You know, the solar eclipse, the north nodes and south nodes were in your 4th and 10th houses. So a lot of you had to let go of like a career, for instance. Yeah, a lot of you had to let go of a career because North Node was urging you to really concentrate on the home. And some of you tended more to home, and, you know, obviously not to say you didn't have a career, but some of you were more interested in the home. You probably learned a lot from home, decided to work from home as well. And there may have been some stresses and strains, but December month is nostalgic, and it's showing you that, you know, you've overcome everything. So now you can move forward. You know, there's a fiery energy within a lot of you, especially the solar eclipse is about a lot of you, you know, because this is going to affect you, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini. So I feel a lot of you are now deciding that there's more to life than what you've actually wanted. There could be a new goal, a new change in circumstances as well. So some of you are going to be, you know, some of you probably wished for like a slower pace of life when it comes to like your career, wanted something more creative. So now you're going to actually get these opportunities. You know, there might be, if you're at work, your bosses may now have, you could get a promotion. You know, when the 10th house shines on you, that's like the highest house. So I feel, and if you've wished for something, wish to work somewhere different, wish to work for yourself, or it can now happen, because December is very much a manifestation month. You also have the Jupiter, which is in your sign as well, which is giving you a lot of blessings. So it's about speaking and writing what you want, and you know, believe in it, and it's most likely to happen. When it comes to the second week, you have the Hangman, which is reversed. Now this is a Neptune card, and you're ruled by Neptune, and you're ruled by Jupiter as well. But this is a Neptune card, and it is reversed. And the Hangman, I feel, is asking a lot of you Pisceans to, you know, not please anyone, but please yourself. Because this month is very much a blessing month for you. And it's about making a decision, doing some spiritual work. I feel, especially for you in Sagittarius, Very, very important that you keep remembering to manifest, because you guys are the biggest manifestors of the zodiac, like Gemini as well, and Virgo. Gemini is like the mind, you know, you're like the Sagittarius the action, you're like the feeling, and Virgo is the work. So I feel for you, it's really, if you know, because Saturn's in your 12th house, if you started to meditate, if you really started to meditate this year, continue to do it. The second week is very much getting into, you know, getting into and continuing your spiritual work, because you can feel very conflicted, very confused. And I feel there's some confusion and confliction going on. And that can only happen, Pisces, is when you're not listening to yourself. If there's any bother, any trouble that's happening during the second week, you know, we're still in eclipse season. It lasts for 6 months. If, you know, if there's people that are working against you in any way, it's not about feeling sorry for yourself. It's about listening to yourself. If you listen to yourself the second week, you can find a lot of answers to your problems as well. This is a lot about doing for yourself. But I do feel that continue to meditate, you know, working with, continuing a spiritual practice will really help you during the second week. Because I have this feeling that there's a lot of, you know, some opportunities that you've wished for, they come, but they can come too much. And some of you may decide not to take any, and some of you may try to take all, and this can just make you overwhelmed, like emotionally overwhelmed. When we come to the third week and coming towards Christmas, you have the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is reversed. So this can cause a lot of you, you know, the third week, you know, it's Christmas time. This is about, you know, goodwill, communicating with friends and family, cooking, eating to your belly's full. But this, you know, it could actually feel very much a fiery time during Christmas. I feel it may be because from the second week, but the third week is, you know, a lot of you may be very, I just feel that there's overwhelmness that's happening. This overwhelmness I feel this overwhelmness is probably to do with, like, you have to, like, sort out a lot of stuff, and it's spiraled into Christmas. Like, your mind is still on, you know, opportunity. Your mind's still on, like, this sort of like fiery energy, and you may not be concentrating on having fun or relaxing. I feel like there's not a lot of relaxing that you guys that's happening. So I feel that when this happens, some of you could just really go within, not say anything, you know. You're like Cancer, some Pisces, when they don't say anything, it can put a damper on things. So it's about opening up communication. There's things that you want to say, there's things you want to do. So you just have to just open up more. And, you know, because this card is also about, you know, close communication, which is actually quite detrimental. So opening up, you know, and I feel some of you may not feel that you can emote, communicate. You feel that you can just do things by yourself. So you just have to find a way to, you know, like I said, just keep meditating and see what your spirit is saying. When we come to the fourth week and the last week of December, and we, you know, going to like the new year, you have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is reversed, but it is about, you know, anxiety. It's also about, you know, thinking too much, not resting. It could also be depression as well. Some of you, your spiritual practice might be a bit off, because some of you could be very, like, really excited, but also it spills over into anxiousness about the new year, about your work life, about, you know, what's going to be happening in the future. The 12th house, you know, Saturn's in your 12th house is actually helping you, you know, but I know it can overwhelm a lot of you. So some of you could be glazed about, you know, you could be like, you know, especially with the Neptune, the Hangman card, it can like sort of like glaze. It can make you think that things are worse than it actually is, but things are going to be actually better. because you have a lot of nice planets that's happening next year, Pisces. So, you know, it's all, you know, I'm a Pisces sun, so I get it. So, you know, we can, you know, if there's something that we've lost this year, we can feel that we're going to lose more next year. But there's more gains to come. You know, the nodes have changed. You know, so if there's like a job that was lost this year, and you haven't got any jobs this year, and coming in 2022, jobs will come. If you've, you know, anything that hasn't manifested that the way you wanted it, things are going to change now, because the nodes are in your 3rd and your 9th house. And this is going to bring so much blessings to you. So there's nothing for you to like worry about or stress about. It's really great for you to like meditate before you go to sleep. Do like some nighttime yoga. There's a lot on YouTube. There's drinking chamomile tea, you know, using essential oils. I think I've said it to another sign as well. Obviously, disclaimer, check with your doctor if, you know, just in case. But yeah, I feel, you know, that the last week and coming into like January, like the new year, trying to relax. You know, I thought everyone's going to be very, very anxious anyway about what the 2022 is going to be. But remember, you have the nodes helping you. You have Saturn helping you. You also have Jupiter. You have the Jupiter conjunction in Neptune going to be helping you too. So, you know, some things that you've wished for, they can all come at once in the new year. And then you'll probably think, oh my God, you know. So try and be calm as much as you can during that the last week going to the new year, and also see what happens. Because remember, you're a great manifester and you're very adaptable. Okay, so Pisces, that was your December 2021 reading, and thank you guys very much for listening to the astrology of December 2021. Feel free to, you know, put messages down. Tell me how December has gone for you. And also, if you would like me to continue to put all of the signs together, or would you like them separate? So, you know, feel free to, you know, write that down as well. But thank you very much, guys. Have a Merry Christmas to all the signs, and have a Happy New Year. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.